Alright, today we're going to be breaking this in. So a while back I got a Denim 44, which was just super awesome, and as you can see, I mean, I've had it for something like 3 weeks and I've basically done nothing to it. It's still completely stiff, and so today we're going to be using the hot water treatment and just break it in as much as we can in just one solid day. Before we actually go out and do that, we have a couple of things on the agenda. Alright, so I pretty much want to be kind of productive today, so we're actually going to go skate a little bit, and then we're going to go to Goodwill and hopefully find something cool, and then I kind of don't have a life, so then we'll just break in a glove. I was just reminded of how much I stink at skateboarding, so now I'm depressed. Yeah, pretty much found nothing. Got this. I got that from my nephew Finn. He's too young to have any idea what the game Evolve is, but he's just old enough to just think that it's a cool monster toy, so his birthday is like in a week or something like that, so. But now let's actually just start, well, where's the glove? I lost the glove. I gotta find that, and then we're gonna break it in, so. Okay, so like I said, what we're gonna be doing today is breaking in this Denim 44. The only things we're using are gonna be a weighted baseball, a mallet. If you've never heard of the hot water treatment, all it is getting water to the point of being hot. And the temperature, I don't know exactly, but the way I figure it out is if like it's too hot for me to touch, but it wasn't too hot for my mom to touch. And so like my sink upstairs gets ridiculously hot, and so I just use that because it's a perfect temperature. So you're not trying to put boiling water on your glove or anything like that. But what it does is it loosens up the leather, kind of like opens up the pores basically, and allows you to really get a lot of work in while it's wet with that hot water. It works super well. I do it with pretty much all of my gloves, but with this Denim glove, I just didn't know how it would respond. I didn't know if it would wear down on the denim. I didn't really know. And so what we're gonna do is pretty much find out through experience. But once you do pour the hot water on it, which it's literally just pouring on top, you don't have to dip it in the water or anything. Once you do that, all you want to do is put a bunch of good work into it. With a mallet, a weighted ball is really good to have. What would normally take multiple days just takes like one sitting when it's hot like that. So before we do the hot water treatment, I'm just going to use my mallet and really put some good work into it just to get it started, because I really haven't done much with this at all yet. So. Just a reminder, a huge part of your break-in is going to be this right here, this like hinge through here. You're really going to want to just like break that in, because that's going to be pretty darn stiff on basically any glove you ever get. So, I'm going to grab a mug. So I'm basically just going to let the water run for a little bit on as hot as it gets. So before we put the hot water on, you want to put some vodka all over your glove. It really helps. No, I wouldn't actually do that. That was a joke. Before I do it, I just want to say, you're going to get your hot water in a mug, and basically just wherever the hole of your glove is, like the wrist hole, hand hole, just aim that down and pour water over the glove. That way You just don't really want the water to go down into the finger stalls because they'll just take way longer to dry. You want the outside of the glove to get, you know, wet, not the inside. Alright, so that should be good. Yeah, so here, this is like the glove's already way looser just from that hot water. So let's go pound it out. I'm gonna cut that out. That was not a good thing to say. The main goal is just to go ham on it. Hit it in any and every way you can while you have it nice and wet. So, something you'll notice as you do this, if you're really going hard on it, it's gonna probably like get some of these to go untied. That's fine, just go back and tie them up. But, it was quite successful. For me, my favorite part of doing the hot water treatment, not only does it help kind of skip quite a few days of break-in, but it also helps you really shape the glove faster than it normally takes. So when it comes to like my finger right here, this finger pad, it wasn't really lowered down yet because that takes time. But during the hot water treatment, you could really, I mean, it makes a big difference. Now I got it nice and low, it's super comfortable. It really forms your hand a lot when you do the hot water treatment. And then also with the fingers, shape it however you want it to stay at this moment, because it's gonna help a lot. You basically just, when you're done beating it with the mallet or whatever you got, go ahead and put it in like the position that you want it to be all the time. So like if you want to flare the thumb and the pinky, do that now, and then set it till just like, basically let it dry for the next, I don't know, 12 hours or something like that. Just till the next morning. And then, yeah, that really helps that shape. Oh man, this is feeling great. So right now, it's nice, it's awesome, it's real loose. It'll stiffen up a little bit once it's dry, but it really helps with that shape. You know what, I'm going to take the time to say just thank you to you guys, because, man, life has been real busy lately. And you guys are super encouraging. Seeing comments from you guys just saying, like, literally just thanking me for the video because you enjoy it, is really awesome and encouraging, because it is busy and it's hard to bring these videos out during this time. And so I recently went from working part-time to full-time. My wife is pregnant, and so life is busy, but these have been really fun to make. And so this one's simple, just a break-in video, you know. Also, some good news. I'm gonna be mic'd up for our next game, which is going to be super fun. So, if you guys have ever seen like mic'd up moments and stuff like that from NFL, NBA, MLB, basically every sport, they're super fun to watch because they mic up the player themselves, so you hear them perfectly clearly even though the camera's a distance. And so I think it'll be really fun. I don't think I've seen anybody else do that on YouTube for, like, you know, casual slow pitch softball games. What kind of a person would I be if I didn't just read the Bible real quick for you guys before we left? Alright, so what I'm going to read is just one verse, and I'm just going to explain it really quickly. Galatians chapter 3 verse 11 says, "Now it is evident that no one is justified before God by the law." I'll just repeat that really quick. No one is justified before God by the law. The righteous shall live by faith. And so there's a lot more to that chapter, but I just picked out that one verse because what that means is no one is seen as right and righteous and justified before God by works, by doing good. The law is like, picture like the 10 Commandments, everything that God said, you know, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, don't do this, don't do this. by living by those, that doesn't make us righteous, because all we do is we fail. All we're going to do is end up failing, because nobody's perfect, right? And so it says the righteous shall live by faith. And so simple faith in Jesus is what makes us justified, and that's what makes us righteous before God. Because truly we are not. But when we have faith in Jesus, we're covered by Him and covered by the acts that He did. He lived a perfect life. He was sinless. He died for us. Therefore, God sees Jesus when He looks through us, when we believe in Jesus Christ. So simply, we could never do enough with our actions and performance to be seen as righteous by God. Instead, the only thing we can do is have faith in Jesus Christ. So, our response to faith is living to glorify a perfect and awesome God. Like, comment, share, subscribe, I don't even know. Typical YouTube things. You guys rock.